a tropical reef, in the soft blue light just after sunrise, something is waking up. It lives in a burrow in the coral, narrow, dark, no larger than a tennis ball. From inside, two stalked eyes emerge. They move independently of one another, scanning, pivoting. In a moment, the rest of the creature will follow. And what comes out of that hole is, by nearly every biological measure, the most extraordinary predator in the ocean. For most of the 20th century, marine biologists who studied this animal were puzzled by it. Two things in particular did not add up. Its eyes were too complex. By every reasonable measure, they had more sensory equipment than any animal should ever need. Enough to detect signals we did not even know existed. And its weapon was too violent. It could break aquarium glass. It could kill prey it had not yet touched. We have spent 40 years trying to understand this animal. We're still trying. This is the mantis shrimp, the predator that sees colors that don't exist. The peacock mantis shrimp, Odontodactylus celaris, 6 inches long, the color of a tropical bird, found on the reefs of the Indo-Pacific, from East Africa to the islands of Hawaii. There are roughly 450 known species of mantis shrimp. None of them are, technically, shrimp. They are stomatopods, a separate, far older order of crustacean that branched off from the ancestor of true shrimp roughly 400 million years ago. They've been hunting, in essentially this form, since before vertebrates walked the land. They live alone, they are territorial, they mate for life, some species pairing with the same partner for more than 20 years. The male and the female share a burrow. They share the work of maintaining it. They hunt independently. And every day, when they leave that burrow, they bring with them a sensory and physical arsenal so extreme that scientists have spent decades trying to understand why any animal would need it. Start with the eyes. The human eye contains 3 types of color receptor cells. We perceive every color in the visible spectrum through combinations of those 3 signals: red, green, and blue. Birds have 4. Bees have 5. Most predatory mammals, including dogs and cats, have only 2. The mantis shrimp has 16. 12 of those receptors are dedicated to color. 4 are dedicated to polarized light. The mantis shrimp can perceive ultraviolet light, invisible to us. It can perceive infrared. It can perceive light that has been polarized linearly, meaning the light waves are oscillating in a single plane. It can also perceive light that has been polarized circularly, meaning the waves are rotating like the threads on a screw. Until 2008, no scientist on Earth knew that any animal could detect circularly polarized light at all. We had to invent special equipment to confirm what the mantis shrimp had been doing casually for 400 million years. Each eye has trinocular vision, meaning a single mantis shrimp eye can perceive depth by itself, the way humans need 2 eyes to do. The 2 eyes can swivel and focus on completely different objects simultaneously at completely different distances. At any given moment, a mantis shrimp is processing more visual information than nearly any other animal known to science. For decades, this presented a problem, because as far as anyone could tell, the mantis shrimp was not actually using all of that information. The puzzle was identified more clearly than anywhere else by a marine biologist named Justin Marshall, a researcher at the University of Queensland who has spent over 30 years studying these animals. In a series of careful experiments, Marshall and his team trained mantis shrimp to associate specific colors with food. They then tested whether the shrimp could tell those colors apart from very similar nearby colors. By the standards of an animal with 12 color receptors, the results should have been astonishing. Instead, the mantis shrimp performed worse than humans, worse than goldfish. They could not consistently distinguish between colors that differ by less than 50 nanometers, a level of color discrimination that our 3-receptor eyes manage easily. The animal with the most complex visual system on Earth was, in standard color tests, almost colorblind. It made no sense. It took Marshall's team more than a decade to begin to understand what was happening. In 2014, they published their answer in the journal Science. The mantis shrimp does not see color the way we do. We compare signals between receptors, subtracting the green from the red, adding the blue, processing the difference in our brain. The mantis shrimp does not compare. It simply reads each of its 12 color channels directly, like reading a barcode. The trade-off is that it sacrifices precision, but it gains something we cannot: speed. The coral reef is, by some measurements, the most visually chaotic environment on Earth. Light filters through moving water. It reflects off scales, of shells, of mucus, of bioluminescence. Patterns shift by the millisecond. Color, polarization, and contrast all change with the smallest current. An animal that hunts on the reef and is hunted on the reef does not have time to process color the way a human does. It has fractions of a second. A mantis shrimp emerging from its burrow needs to know instantly whether the moving shape in its visual field is prey, a predator, a mate, or a rival. Slow color processing, the kind we use, would get it killed. So evolution built it a different system. A system that sacrifices the depth of perception for the speed of recognition. A system that processes more channels of information with less analysis. A system designed for a world where seeing first is the difference between living and dying. And that brings us to the second thing about this animal that should not be possible. When a mantis shrimp attacks, it does so with a pair of folded, hammer-shaped appendages called dactyl clubs. These clubs are kept tucked beneath the body, coiled like the hammer of a pistol. Spring-loaded by a saddle-shaped piece of cartilage that stores elastic energy. When the mantis shrimp releases that energy, the club extends outward at a speed of more than 50 miles per hour. The acceleration is over 10,000 genes. Faster than a .22 caliber bullet leaving a rifle. The water in front of the club cannot move out of the way fast enough. So it does something water rarely does. It vaporizes. The pressure drop at the leading edge of the strike is so extreme that the water boils, flashing for a fraction of a millisecond into a bubble of vapor and ionized plasma. When that bubble collapses, less than 1,000th of a second later, it releases a shock wave of light, heat, and sound. The temperature inside the collapsing bubble briefly approaches 5,000 Kelvin, within range of the temperature on the surface of the Sun. The strike emits a visible flash. The shock wave alone, even if the club misses, is often enough to kill the prey. In a peacock mantis shrimp, the force of the impact is roughly 1,500 newtons, 250 times the animal's own body weight. It is the most powerful punch by body weight of any animal known to science. The mantis shrimp does this thousands of times in its lifetime. By every reasonable expectation, the club should shatter on the first strike. It does not. In 2012, a team of materials scientists at the University of California, Riverside, examined the structure of the dactyl club under an electron microscope. What they found has been described in the published literature as one of the toughest natural materials ever studied. The outer surface is a hard ceramic, a mineral called hydroxyapatite, the same substance our bones are made of, but compressed and aligned for impact. Beneath that surface is a layer of fibers wound in a corkscrew pattern called a helicoidal architecture. When a crack tries to spread through the club, the helicoidal fibers redirect the energy outward in spirals, preventing the crack from ever traveling far enough to cause failure. It is the same principle, scaled up, that the United States military now uses in experimental body armor. Engineers at DARPA, the research arm of the US Department of Defense, have been studying the dactyl club for over a decade. They are trying, with mixed success, to build something out of carbon fiber that does what the mantis shrimp has already perfected. But the strangest thing about the mantis shrimp may not be its weapon. It may be its conversations. In 2008, the same year scientists confirmed that mantis shrimp can detect circularly polarized light, they also confirmed something stranger. Mantis shrimp are not just receiving polarized signals from their environment, they are sending them. Patches on their bodies, across their carapaces, along their telsons, on the inside surfaces of their dactyl clubs, reflect circularly polarized light in specific patterns. Patterns that vary by individual, by species, by mood. To another mantis shrimp, those patches are bright, vivid, unmistakable signals. To any other animal in the ocean, to predators, to prey, to rivals from other species, they are invisible. The mantis shrimp is using circularly polarized light to communicate on a private channel. A channel no other animal on Earth can see. We have spent decades developing technology that allows us, with great difficulty, to read this channel ourselves. They have been broadcasting on it openly since before the dinosaurs. What they are saying remains in nearly every detail a mystery. We can see that the signals exist. We do not yet know what they mean. We are listening to a language we have only recently learned how to hear. So why does this animal exist? Why does evolution build a creature with 16 visual receptors when fewer would do? Why a strike that boils water? Why a private channel of communication that takes humans special equipment to even detect? The simple answer is that it works. The mantis shrimp is, by every measurable standard, an extraordinarily successful predator. It survives where it should not. It defends a territory many times its size. It outlives most fish on the reef. But the deeper answer, the one that has kept marine biologists chasing this animal for 40 years, is that we still do not know. There is no clear reason why a 6-inch crustacean needs the eyes of a hyperspectral telescope. No clean explanation for why a creature this small needs a weapon this violent. Sometimes evolution simply experiments. And sometimes the experiments work too well to abandon. At the end of every day, the mantis shrimp returns to its burrow. The reef goes dark. Light disappears from the water column. The polarized signals, invisible to us, vivid to them, fade. And somewhere in that small, dark hole, two animals that may be more sensitive to the universe than any vertebrate we have ever studied, curl together for the night. We've shared this planet with the mantis shrimp for as long as our species has existed. We have only recently begun to suspect what it sees. We do not yet know what its world looks like. We may never know. But we know now that it is not the world we have been looking at. It has been a different one, all along. If you found this fascinating, there is more. Subscribe to AquaWild, and this Saturday, we look into a sound from the Mariana Trench that no scientist on Earth has been able to explain. This is AquaWild. Until then, keep watching.